Om Namah Shivaya. 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 ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ. 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 ഓം നമഃ ശിവായ.
Hi everybody, sorry I'm a bit late. To be honest, as usual, this is my second hobby to be late. I try to prevent that next time. We have a yoga class, 1 hour of pumpy power yoga, and I want to invite you into a very fluent class, fluent segments from soft to power, as we promise, yoga for everybody, yoga without borders. Shortly, we have this month, we dedicate a fair share of our donations on our PayPal account to All Out, the fantastic NGO network that supports queer people all over the world, especially hard job in delicate countries, and you know what I mean. So if you want to spend some money, support this group, you can do it via our PayPal account or directly to All Out. If you like this, would be nice if you subscribe my YouTube channel. If you like that, please like it, and if you dislike it, please tell me why, because I learn with you. This is 50% of a yoga teacher's education. So, enough talk, let's start. Find a comfortable seat, and we want to start with a quick breathing exercise. Everybody knows you can sit on your heels if you like, or have a lotus seat depending on what is your personal seat. You can also sit on a chair. I sit on the ground because I forced myself for several years to be able to sit on the ground. Sit straight. Bring your arms on 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Bring your fingertips into a fist and your thumbs over your hands. It looks like this. Thumbs over your hand and stretch this. Sit straight. Fist with your 4 fingers and thumbs stretching over the fist, but don't let your arms drop. Keep your arms on 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Thumbs stretching to the sky. And then we start a very quick pumping in and exhalation, as if it is kind of like a ball you're stepping on. And find your own rhythm. I do it 50 times. And then we keep the breath a moment and exhale. Let's start, everybody. Try to breathe through your nose. If your nose is blocked, use your mouth. Let's start. And if you have 30 times, inhale, keep the breath, and exhale slowly. And you feel some heat coming up. It's a very activating heart massage. And if you're ready, just let your body drop in a child's pose. Try to find your personal child's pose. I don't have a belly, so I can just lie on my thighs. If you have more, you can also open your legs. No belly will hinder you from child pose. So open your legs, and so you can drop yourself. See if you can drop your forehead on the ground without lifting your hip. Hip pressing in the heels and forehead falling on the ground. If forehead is not hitting the ground, put a fist under your forehead. If this is not enough, take another fist. I mean, use as many fists you need that you can sit down with your hip on your heels and your head on the ground or something in between. And make a loud sound when you exhale. Try to melt into this posture. Make make a loud sound when you exhale. It's always good. Do it 3 or 4 times until you really settle down in the child's pose. And then keep your foot on the ground. I tell you verbally to find your way through the next posture. Walk with your fingers away from your body to the front, in my direction, let's say. And try to walk more with your fingers away from your body. That you kind of like have the feeling that your fingers anonymously want to walk away from your body and pull your arms. On the same moment, press your hip back on your heels. So kind of like there's a pulling in both directions, to the front and to the back. And always with every exhalation, try to walk a bit further with your fingers, with your hands away from your body. And if you can't walk anymore, try to bring your fingers vertically, that it looks like nails you want to pierce into the ground. And press your forehead in the ground as well. So you feel a stretch in your armpits, maybe your shoulders and upper back. Always use the exhalation to melt into this posture. Then give yourself 3 or 4, 5 breathing cycles to really melt into this first big stretch. And with the next exhalation, keep your belly on your thighs, but walk with your hands to the right. As far as you like. If you can't go any further, inhale. And with the next exhalation, try to put your left hand on top of your right hand. Even a bit more stretching. And with the next exhalation and inhalation, try to lift your left armpit, your left shoulder, that you look under your shoulder, but don't lift your belly from your thighs. And deep inhale, and especially exhale into this first tiny twist. You feel a big stretch in your left rib cage, then it's right. And your left armpit maybe. Next exhalation, tiptoeing with your hands back to the center. Inhale, and with the next exhalation, tiptoeing with your hands in the left direction. And when you exhale again, try to put the right hand on top of your left hand. And with the next inhalation, you can also lift your right shoulder so far that you can look under your shoulder, under your armpits, into maybe my direction. And deeply inhale and exhale into your right rib cage, especially to feel the ribs opening with this delicate movement. And with the next exhalation, walk slowly back to the center. And slowly lift your body, and we find ourselves back in a table pose. Find your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And open your fingers very much like as much space between your fingers as possible. Press your hands equally into the ground, also the fingertips. Keep your arms straight but not overstretched, right? You know that. Bring the inside of your arms, or we say the eyes of your elbows, showing in my direction. Eyes of your elbows show back. Shoulders lifting automatically. Again, elbows back, showing back. Elbows showing to the front. And again, elbows show back. Shoulders just like rolling down in the same moment. Elbows show in my direction, shoulders lifting. Elbows show back, shoulders roll back. Last time, elbows in my direction, shoulders roll up. And if you look at this posture, it remembers us on bike driving in winter, right? So what we do on bike riding in winter, we twist our arms that the elbows show back. So the shoulders roll down and give some space in your throat area and neck. And with the next exhalation, make a round back like a cat and look through your legs back. Inhale, cow. Let your belly drop to the ground and look up. And exhale again, round back. Push your back up like a cat in the morning. And let your belly drop like a cow in the entire day. Again, exhale, round back. Inhale, let your belly drop. And go on in your own rhythm. 3 more. Breathing and moving hand in hand. Try to find your daily rhythm with this movement. How fast is your breathing? So fast is your movement. Don't suppress your breathing. Let your breathing go. Your body can easier move after your breathing than your breathing can move after your movements. And come to the center. And as it is today, the World Snake Day, we want to transform the cat and cow into a snaky movement. That means I start with the cow, because then we can watch. And then I start to roll into the cat pose. I start with my hip, then my lower back, mid back, upper back, and the rest. So that means when I exhale, I first only move my hip, lower back, mid back, upper back, look down. And from this cat pose, I start again with my hip. First hip, lower back, mid back, up back, head. Again, first hip, lower back, mid back, up back, head. First hip, lower back, mid back, upper back, head. So try to make a snaky movement with cat and cow. Try to get some wavy feeling, like an ocean. You move into cat and into cow. And maybe you know that don't do this rolling if you have a severely osteoporosis. Rolling spine with osteoporosis is not so good. And come back to the center. And now lift your hands and put the back of your hands into the ground. Bring your hands a bit closer to your knees and press the root of your wrists deep into the ground. Try to press also your fingers and fingernails into the ground if you have. And then try to stretch your arms. Just hold it a moment. And sit on your heels. Fold your hands and start with slow cycling movements. Circling movements, my Dinglish. And if your wrists are really loose and cool, you can go very quick and fast. And then stretch up your arms. And try to bring your arms behind your ears and flex your hip in that movement. And bring your arms further back behind your ears and really keep your butt really flexed and your hip. And also tuck your chin slightly back. And relax. Have a sip of water if you need. And we find ourselves back in table pose. The top of my feet are pressing into the ground. And I walk with my hands one hand length to the front. So my table is a bit widening, right? So I don't have my wrists under my shoulders. I'm kind of like 1 to 2 hand lengths away from my body. And with the next exhalation, I let myself lean back until my hip hits my heels, and then you see how far your hands might be. And when you inhale, lift your hip, table pose, and let your hip drop to the front and lift your feet if you like, and press your shoulders back. Again, top of the feet on the ground, press your hip back to some sort of child's pose. And when you inhale, lift your body and let your hip drop to the front and push your shoulders back. And with your wand, lift your feet. King Cobra. Exhale, child pose. Inhale, King Cobra. And never forget to push your shoulders back. It's only half visible here. Let's do it this side. Let yourself drop back into child pose. Lift your body and let your hip drop into King Cobra and press your shoulders back when you lift your feet. Again, child pose, exhalation. King Cobra, inhalation. And do it with your own rhythm, 3 or more times. If you have sensitive knees, fold your yoga mat. I have a towel under it. And the last time, King Cobra, lifting feet, heels wanna hit the butt, shoulders back, and lean back into child pose. And then I slowly lift my hip, push my feet on the ground, and walk slowly into a downward facing dog. But first, keep the knees bent and push your body in the direction of your feet, of your knees. And keep, if you have the same thing like me, keep the knees always bent in the beginning. Start to stretch your back. And then if you want, start to stretch your right leg and left leg one after another. Like walking, stationary walking into the dog pose. And then shake your head a bit. Yes and no. Next thing, lift your right leg up, heel first, stretch your right leg, and also try to lower down your left heel, the standing leg. And lift your right leg a bit more. Use your right butt side. Really lift your right leg even more. And with the next exhalation, bend your knee and bring your right knee to the front, but keep your leg in the air. And again, right leg up. And exhale, knee to the front, flying knee, flying leg. And again, right leg up and knee to the front. Maybe you can also hit your chin with your right knee. Last time, leg up and exhale, knee to the front and hit your chin, but only slowly and slightly. Last time, leg up and leg back on the ground. And make some walking with your feet, right leg stretching, left leg stretching. If you need a break, just drop into child's pose, no problem. It's your body and you know exactly what you like and what you don't like. Left leg up, stretch your left leg, really keep it stretched. Heel pressing out, toes are bent into your direction. And lift your left leg even a bit more, that you really feel your left side of your butt. And now try to drop the right heel of the standing leg. Lower down, closer to the mat. And with the next exhalation, bend your left knee. Bring your left knee to the front. Maybe hitting chin. And left leg up again and one-legged dog. Exhale, knee comes to the front, hitting chin. And inhale, leg up really high. Exhale, knee to the front. And inhale, one-legged dog. Last time, knee to the front. One-legged dog. And put down your foot and walk again in the dog pose. Or drop shortly into child's pose. Now lift your right leg again. Right leg up. When you exhale, drop your right leg but keep it stretched. And bring it under your body to the left side. And put the outside of your right foot in the ground and keep the toes stretched. And lift your left arm to the ceiling and follow your left arm with your view. But keep the foot on the ground if you like. And we change that. Hand down and right leg back into one-legged dog. And right leg back on the ground. Lifting left leg. Exhale, left leg goes under the body to the right direction. And put the outside of your left foot on the ground. And with the inhale, lift your right arm and look after the right arm. Right hand down. Remove the leg, one-legged dog. Left leg up. And back to the normal dog. Right leg up. Right leg under your body to the left direction. Put the outside of the foot on the ground. Lift your left arm. If you want, try to also lift your right leg. And if you can, hand down. Right leg removing, right leg up. And right leg down into dog pose. Left leg up. Left leg under the body to the right direction. Left foot on the ground. Right arm up. And if you feel well, try to lift this leg as well. Hanging. Right hand back on the ground. Removing left leg. One-legged dog with left leg up. And down on the ground. yourself drop. And with the exhalation, go back into child's pose. And now keep the arms behind you. Top of the hands lying beside your feet. And really let your shoulders melt into the ground. Let your shoulders drop and melt. Right and left of your knees. Next. Oh yes, okay. Okay. Now we do something more for our upper arms and shoulders. I put my lower arms on the ground. Maybe we can split here. Lower arms on the ground. And parallel. Hands on the ground. And I stretch my right leg back. My left leg back. And it's a table pose on my elbows. Don't let it hang like a bridge, right? Keep the hip a bit up. It must not be totally straight. It can be hip, can be a bit lifted. And try to use your belly to lift the lower back as well. Try to really engage your belly here. You feel that? Don't let yourself drop. Everything is engaged. The legs, the arms. And if you're bored, I know some people like Bogi are bored in this posture. Imagine you have a ball, a big ball under your belly. And the ball is so big that you have to lift your hip a bit. And you want to swing around that ball under you. So you swing from right to left. But don't let your feet roll. Your feet are static, standing, and only your hip is going from right and left. And swing over this ball in the center. And do it as long as you like. Maybe some more. And if you're ready, drop with a loud exhalation, everything on the ground. And now I'll put my chin on the ground. Sorry, I have to move here something. Chin on the ground. Press your hip into the ground. Press the top of your feet into the ground. Stretch your arms to the front. And then slowly start to lift your right leg, left leg, right arm, left arm, and press your hip in the ground. And then you can kind of like lift right and left arm one after another, like a dog in water. And even a bit faster, a bit higher, a bit more. And drop. Bring the hands under your shoulders. And press yourself slowly back into child's pose. Last time child's pose for today. And breathe. Several breathing cycles. Keep a slow, a short rest between these postures. Then I bring my hand on the ground, put my feet on the ground, keep your knees bent, and just drop your head and your arms. And let everything swing from right to left, like a weeping willow in the wind. And also your head can move like this. Try to prevent holding on one of these body part. Just let it hang. Just let it go for a moment. And if you can hit the ground with your hands or your fingertips, it's fine. If not, use a block or a book or something else. It doesn't matter how high the block is, right? It's good that the block is not here, but if you need a block to feel safe, that you can breathe properly, use always a block. Everybody needs a block. Or you have kind of like these elongated fingers, like me. And the same thing as in the dog pose, I really like to walk into this posture. Do alternate leg stretching. Left leg stretching, right left bend. Right leg stretching, left bend. And walk yourself into this single leg stretches. And don't forget to really let your head drop. Your head is not engaged. Your neck is not engaged. Just your legs and your hip. And give also your hip a chance to walk with the legs into this good, slow relaxation walk. And now we keep the right leg stretched, the left leg bent, left hand under your face on the ground. Inhale, right arm up. And you look after your right hand if you like. Changing of the guards. Right hand replaces left hand. Left leg stretched, right leg bent. Inhale, left arm goes to the ceiling, followed by your view. Changing again. Left hand on the ground, right leg stretched, left leg bent. Inhale, right arm goes to the ceiling. And if you want, turn your hand that the back of the hand looks in my direction and let your arm drop behind your back. Let it drop, drop, drop. And maybe you find your left inner thigh with your fingers. If not, try to find lower back. And if you have this posture, try to bring your right shoulder more behind you so that you have a good binding. Look to the ceiling if you like. And let's change everything. Remove your hand from your thigh. Stretch your right arm to the ceiling. Let your right hand drop to the ground. Now my left leg is stretched. My right leg is bent. And left arm goes to the ceiling. Now turn your hand, back of the hand showing my direction, and let your left hand slide behind your back. Maybe your left hand finds the inner part of your right thigh. And now try to bring your left shoulder more behind you. And look to the ceiling if you can do that. Let's get out of this binding. Left hand, left arm goes to the ceiling. And down on the ground. And both hands are on the ground. And do a bit walking again to make everything softer. And now bend your knees and embrace your thighs so that you hold your thighs and press your belly and your chest very, very tight on your thighs. Keep your legs bent in the beginning. And imagine that you embrace something that should not move a millimeter away from you. And now slowly try to stretch your legs against this power of your embracing arms. So there's a fight between stretching legs and embrace, keeping your thighs embraced. And let it loose. And slowly stretch your legs. And with the next exhalation, make a complete forward bend. And slowly bend your knees a bit and roll up your spine. Standing pose. And open your arms to the ceiling. Inhale, look up. And let your arms drop when you exhale. Chin hitting chest. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. And trying also to really open your chest with this movement. Inhale, arms really go behind you. And if you want to look up, exhale, arms go back behind you. Imagine your shoulder blades almost meet each other. Again. Inhale, arms up. Like wings. And exhale, arms down. And make a big circle behind your back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. 3 more times and try to keep your hip engaged in this movement, that you don't have this too curved back, right? Engage your hip. Inhale, arms very far behind you up. And exhale down. Do 2 or 3 more when I have a sip of water. And then let your arms drop and swing like a pendulum. Several times back and forth. Let them feel like feathers, like wings. For the next movement, exercise, I keep my hip engaged again and bring my arms straight back. And I also bring my fingers showing back. How can I show that here? Fingertips don't show in my direction, fingertips show back. So you feel a very good stretch in your wrist and lower arm. Keep your hip engaged. And bring your arms back and your fingertips back. And with the next exhalation, we do cat and cow in standing pose. Exhale, make fists and make your fist meet in front of you, round back, head down. And inhale, open chest, fingertips back. Exhale, fists and round back. And again, inhale, arms back, fingertips showing back, chest out. Last time, round back, fist hitting in front, and inhale, chest out, and let it drop. I bring my arms right and left, and now my fingertips showing up. Then I roll my fingers into a fist, but the fist is not a fist, the fist is, my fingers are sitting on my palm, so not a fist, yeah? Palm, not the fist. Fingertips showing up. I roll my fingers, starting with the pinky finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger on my palm, and thumb over my index finger. Hold it like this. It's a strong fist. And now press your fist down that you feel your wrist. Bring your wrist up and down. And if you want, make circles with your wrists. But don't flex your shoulders, just for your wrists and your fingers. Roll them. And if you feel some music in your wrists and lower arm, that's right. And if you're ready, slowly let your arms drop and swing a bit. Don't shake your hands. Just your arms and your shoulders. I'll bring my right foot on 2 o'clock and my left foot into my direction. Diagonal maybe to my direction. And see if maybe you have a leg distance between your left foot and your right foot. And then slowly bend your left knee and come to a warrior one pose. Your hip should be exactly looking to the front. So your right foot, if you feel an intense stretch in your right foot, you can also go on to 1 o'clock instead of 2 o'clock. Yeah? Find your way. Or maybe the distance is too big or too short for you. So you can always kind of like adjust it, right? But bring your hip showing to the front. Engage your hip. Lift your arms. But don't lift your shoulders. Arms as lifted and stretched, and shoulders pressing slightly down. I don't want to feel my arms on my shoulders because then my neck is punched, right? Arms stretched, shoulders down. Give your neck some space. Hip is engaged. Hold it a moment. And slowly let your right arm straight drop to the front. Pinky finger first. Right arm up. And then twist your arm. Let the hand palm showing out. And drop the arm back. Again, arm up. Turn your hand, palm showing to my hat, pinky finger first, arm to the front. It's better to see from here. Important is pinky finger first. So, palm showing into my direction, arm up. When the arm is parallel to the other one, I turn my hand outside, palm showing out. And let your arm drop behind you. Arm up until it's above your head. Palm showing to each other. Drop your arm to the front. And up. Slowly let your body drop onto your left thigh. Stretch into my direction. And now try to slowly lift your leg up, arm showing to the front, right leg showing back into warrior 3. And slowly back into warrior 1. And slowly let your body drop, fingers hitting the ground. You're in lounge pose now, and make a big changing of feet by jumping or make a middle step. Changing legs. And see that your back foot, your left foot is on 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, depending on your hip, right? See your feet are leg length distance and slowly bend your front knee. But don't overbend, right? Not here. Knees above your ankle. Turn the hip to the front. So no side hip. The hip is showing to the front. Straight where the right leg is. See that your back foot is pressing to the ground completely. On the outside of your right foot. And lift your arms up. Stretch your arms. But drop your shoulders. Not here, but here. Hold a moment. And then start to let your left arm showing to the front, palm showing in my direction. Then lift your left arm. And then twist, turn your hand, palm showing out, and let your arm drop to the back. Arm up. Turn your hand, palms showing to each other. Drop your arm to the front. Left arm up. Palm showing to each other. Turning hand. Palm showing out. Let your arm drop. Pinky finger first. Last time, arm up. Now, palm showing to each other. Left arm drops to the front. And again, arm up. Turning hand, palm showing out, arm dropping back, And up, and palm showing to each other. Let your body sink onto your right thigh. Get into a lunge pose with your back foot. And slowly lift your leg. Stretch your arms to the front. And your left leg back in warrior one. And slowly let your foot drop behind. Arms up. Let your arms drop. And breathe a bit. And stand on a position or move a bit from right to left. And breathe a bit. A bit more. Then open your legs over your mat. 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Bend your knees. Lift your pants so that you can lower down a bit. Bring your hands on your knees. Find a safe position, really. Grab with your fingers your right and left knee. And then start to let the shoulders drop to the front. Left shoulder and right shoulder. Really try to let it drop. Give yourself a good tiny dancing massage. One of my favorite postures, I got it from Jane Fonda aerobics, but it's a mix of yoga and adorable Jane Fonda. It's also good after a long writing day, typing, sitting on a desk. And then I come back to the center. I go a bit diagonal. Maybe you open your legs even a bit more. And now there comes a delicate thing. Don't let your knees drop to the center, yeah? Keep your knees above your feet. And try always to keep the toes and knees showing in the same direction. The no-go would look like this, so forget it immediately. Toes showing in this direction, knee dropping in. No-go. Yeah, you feel it here. No-go. So, try to keep your knees out and not over your toes. Knees are over your ankles. That means maybe you have to lift your hip a bit, press your hip back, stretch your arms up and try to find a straight back as well. And lower your hip a bit more. Lower a bit more, even a bit more. You can swing a bit up and down. Hold it, and slowly stretch your legs. And let your arms drop and swing. Again, arms up and slowly sink down on an imaginable, comfortable chair. If you want, put your hands together, try to find your chest with your thumbs and swing a bit up and down. And if you want, swing a bit right and left. You feel your thighs and your butt. I do it as well, but I pretend not to. Good postures, strengthening your entire body. And then slowly stretch your legs. Break and slowly stretch your arms to the ceiling. Break. And if you want, look up and lean slightly back. And let your arms drop and swing. And the last one we do with this Zoomer pose. We sink again in our comfortable chair. Now I bring my arms out. And imagine your shoulders are pulling your arms in. But don't lift your shoulders, just like arms stretching out, but shoulders are pulling the arms in. Maybe you can see it like this. It's just a centimeter, just an inch of a movement. Arms going into the body, into the shoulder. And hold it. You feel like your shoulder blades are pulling your arms to the center of your spine. And really hold it as long as you like. And make kind of like tiny movements. Up and down, all together. And slowly lift. And let your arms drop and swing. And we are back in normal standing pose. I stretch my arms to the side. And turn my hands, palm showing in my direction, palm showing up, palm showing back. And palm showing up to the front. Palm showing down, palm showing back, and even palm showing up, and again back. Left arm, and right arm back. Left arm remains in this direction, right arm turns to the front. And now changing arms. And really give yourself a good massage of your fascia in your neck and your shoulders. Also the second very good movement after a long writing and typing desk day. And both showing back and let it drop. And swing. And last thing for the shoulders, opening chest again. And now right arm to the front. How can I show that? But don't move your shoulder, right? Only the right arm goes straight to the left, and the left arm is holding the right arm approximately where the elbow is, and pull the right arm back with your left arm. But imagine, don't move your shoulder. Your shoulder remains straight like your body is. And slowly change arms. First, open chest. Left arm to the front, holding it. And pull the left arm onto your chest, but don't move your left shoulder to the front. Hold a moment. And slowly back, opening chest, fingertips looking back, and let it drop. Both arms up, right hand lands on your head, and when you exhale, pull your head into your right shoulder, and parallel, let your left arm drop to the ground. And if you like, pull down your left shoulder to the ground while you hold your head on your right shoulder. You want to pull your ear, your right ear onto your right shoulder. Left shoulder pulls down. And very slowly change hands and arms. Slow-mo. Arms up. And left hand lands on your head. And you pull your head on your left shoulder. Right arm sinks down. And now pull your right shoulders to the ground. And keep your left ear close to your left shoulder. And also slow-mo again, really important. Remove your hand. Straighten your head, arms up, and last time, go on your tippy toes, on your toes, and hold and stretch yourself very long. And with the next exhalation, let everything drop. Wonderful. It was a powerful yoga class. And if you need a relaxation, we have a 1.5 minute break to change the setting a bit. And I offer you a autogenic journey through your body for deeper relaxation. And who's interested in this final relaxation together with a video, please write us. We have a surprise for everybody who's interested. And I can recommend have a glass of water, have a towel, and maybe a blanket to cover yourself. And the final relaxation is 10 minutes. And I don't let you sleep too long. I wake you up with a jingle, but relax a bit. There's nothing better after final relaxation, after a yoga exercise. Every yogi knows that. And all the other sport people are really envy that we have this ritual after our yoga sessions. So, if you are more interested in harder yoga, try our pump yoga class. You find our YouTube channel. If you want anything for your mom, dad, grandma, granddad, great-grandma, great-granddad, you can also find a chair yoga class. It's a really restorative yoga session on a chair. We have the office yoga classes and meditation. If you are a nervous person like me and don't want to leave the house with only one shoe anymore, try the meditation classes. See you in 1.5 minutes if you like final relaxation. Thank you for watching. Give us a moment.
Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah Shivaya.
And with a big exhalation, I let my entire body melt into the ground. Let your entire back sink into the ground. Feel your hip widening and give your entire spine the chance to melt with every single bone into the ground. Your shoulder blades are behind your back so that your shoulders can sink as well. Let your neck drop into the ground. Your head becomes heavy and sinking into the ground. Your arms are relaxed and lie where they want to lie. And your legs are slightly open if you like that. And toes showing to the outside. And your legs are relaxed. And then open your mouth slightly, but keep your lips softly closed. No pressing. And then let your chin drop. Let it hang where your jaw wanna hang when you're relaxed. Nobody watches you. I relax my feet, my toes, my ankles, my shins, my calves, my knees, my thighs, and my hips. My feet, my heels, my soles, my ankles, my shins, my calves, my thighs, my knees, and my hips are relaxed. I relax my belly, my chest, my shoulders, my neck, my back, my shoulder blades, my spine, and vertebrae. My belly, my chest, my shoulders, my neck, my back, my spine, my shoulder blades, and my vertebrae are relaxed. I relax my fingers, my hands, my palms, my wrists, my lower arms, my elbows, my upper arms, and my armpits.
fingers, my palms, my wrists, my lower arms, my elbows, my upper arms, and my armpits are relaxed. I relax my face, my chin, my lips, my jaw, my teeth, my tongue, my nose, my eyes, my eyebrows, my forehead, and my ears, my face, my jaw, my lips, my teeth, my tongue, my nose, my eyes, my eyebrows, my forehead, my ears are relaxed. I relax my head, my skull, my brain, my thoughts, my mind, my spirit, my head, my skull, my brain, my thoughts, my mind, and my spirit are relaxed.
Shivaya. Om Namah 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 Shivaya. Om